For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Pulls it in at the 13.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a man born here in California, Joe Mixon. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Prescott.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. They'll run with Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Of course, he's coming off that monster game in their wild card victory, but that's his first catch here in the divisional round.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Charger drive about to get going. The last time, everything looked pretty good except that final play on the pick six. And now they've got to come right back out here, Charles, and try to pick up the pieces and get things going again.
Yeah, it certainly seems dire, doesn't it? But there is a silver lining, and it is hard to see so soon after that touchdown. But the game plan is definitely working. They were generating offense, had the ball beyond midfield, getting wins on each down against the defense. So they were moving it well. They just have to hang on to it.
Yeah, as you said, though, probably tough to remember those good things on that last drive when it ended like it did.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Logan Wilson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking it about the 16.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. They'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook, 48 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with the pick six.
It's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Again, it's Mixon. And some space here. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 27-yard line. 21-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott to Mixon on the check down. Touchdown, Chargers. Joe Mixon, 27 yards.
And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit.
Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Boswell good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw.
He's got his pass catching tight end. That's Pitts. Down inside the 10.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Herbert off of play action. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Kyle Pitts,
a 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits.
And Prescott, his third interception. Picked by Logan Wilson. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense.
McPherson now for the extra point.
And oh, it's wide right. No good.
Make it up on the next possession. Make it up on the next possession, boys. 1, 2, 3, 8.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
On 2nd and 12, Prescott dumps it off to Mixon. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence in allowing him to back up, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly. I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Play action. It's Herbert.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now down to 20. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson.
Oh, good-looking return set up here.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
Take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here, a long way to go.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
Herbert on first down now. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
From the 29, Prescott.
A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll get nothing out of that one. They run for it with Mixon. Shoves him aside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Now Prescott on fourth down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
It's another one.